Hey everybody, this is Tom. I wanted to make an update on the Samsung refrigerator with the bottom freezer. You know, these things making all the noise because the ice building up behind the panel right there inside the refrigerator. Well, I've got the fix. The only fix that's ever going to fix this thing. Now, I made a video about 8 months ago, and this is the update 8 months later. So here's what I did, and this is the only fix. It's not going to cost you a dime. Let me show you what I did. So inside the fridge, I already took all my shelves out, all my beer, took all my beer out. There it is right there. Hold on. Yep. All the beer's out. So here's what you're going to want to do. Take all your shelves out. Take out the bottom crisper thing. That's got to come out. Now you've got the back panel. Right here in the middle is the shelf bracket. There's a screw that goes up here and a screw that goes in the bottom down here. I've already taken it out, so I'm just going to pull this thing out of here. It pops right out. I'm going to set it right down here. Now, if yours is frozen up, you got to defrost it first before you take this panel off. I'm going to take this panel off right now. But if yours is frozen, defrost it with a hair dryer. That's the safest way to do it. Because if you don't do it, you can crack these things and they cost like 160 bucks, something like that. Anyway, so defrost it with a hair dryer. And once you do, pull the back off. Here's how I'm doing it. Just pull it off, turn it to the side, and set it sideways right here. Just set it sideways. Now what's going to happen is you're going to have a fan right here. There's a fan. There's a fan that mounts right up here. It's going to be connected to a connector right up here. Just connect that. Now what I did was I pulled mine off and I saw my evaporator. This is called your evaporator right here. This undulating looking radiator thing. This is where your ice is building up. Okay, so you're getting a ton of ice building up here. It's coming all the way up and it's hitting this fan. It's hitting this fan right here and making all kinds of noise because the fan blades are spinning and hitting the ice, making all kinds of noise. Sounds like a lawnmower. Now, what I did was I tried to defrost it with a hair dryer, put it all back together. It worked for like about a month, and then the ice built back up again, all the way back up, and it started hitting the fan blade again, making all kinds of noise again. So I said, you know what? This is crazy. The refrigerator is already out of warranty. So what I did was I found out that this back plastic panel, when you first take it off, you're going to see a big piece of styrofoam. This whole thing is covered with a piece of form-fitted styrofoam. And it comes out about, I don't know, maybe an inch and a half, something like that. And that styrofoam is almost touching this evaporator, and that ice is just building right on up, and it builds right up. So what I did, I took my styrofoam piece, I popped it off of here. I took the styrofoam piece and I took it off. That gave me a lot more room in here. Now people were thinking like, oh, you're damaging your refrigerator. I thought the same thing. That's why I just took it off and I kept it. I kept it in my garage for about 6 months, but I didn't need it because my refrigerator stopped making the noise. It's not making that noise anymore. So that's what I did. It fixed my problem. It's been 8 months. I haven't had that noise once. It fixed the problem. Take your styrofoam piece off. Be careful. Save it if you want to. Stick it in your garage. You're not going to need it because it's useless. It's a design flaw. Put your panel back on. Put your screws back in, and you're done. Well, there's one more thing. See this little temperature probe right here? This little temperature probe is going to be stuck in that styrofoam. So you got to pull that out of the styrofoam, and you want to just fish it through one of these holes right here to the outside, and let it hang on the right there inside your fridge. But don't let anything touch that, because if it touches anything like a beer bottle, of course, in my fridge, or a milk carton or anything, that will give it a false reading. So that's what I did. That fixed the problem. It's been good for 8 months. Has not froze up once. It's done. It's over. It didn't cost me a penny. There's a guy out there talking about you can put a new heater in here, run it down here, run some wires up here, clip these wires, splicing some wires and stuff and all this kind of jazz. But I'm like, dude, who knows how to do that shit, man? I don't know how to put I don't know how to clip in or splice in a heater and all that stuff, man. I'm not into all that. I can't, I'm not that, that's above my pay grade. So this fix does it all. You're done, it's over. Now, the only problem that I have now is that all this water, when this thing defrosts, all the water that comes down, that drains down through here, drains down under this tray right here, and it freezes up. The water freezes under this tray up inside of here, and every time you try to open this thing up, a lot of the times it's frozen. You can't even get it open, but it hasn't done it much, but it does it every now and again. But look, that's the fix. It's done. It's over. Put it to rest.